Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the fifth part of September 2022 magazine of Vision IAS. Let's start with the international relations. First, India and Saudi Arabia relation. Why it is in news? The Minister of External Affairs recently had his visit to Saudi Arabia. Highlights of the visit: India initiated talks with Saudi Arabia for rupee real trade. Both the countries agreed to cooperate in a joint project such as a West Coast refinery, LNG infrastructure, and strategic petroleum storage facilities. Memorandum of Understanding on the mechanism of consultations between India and Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC) was signed for the institutionalization of annual dialogue between India and GCC. Significance of Saudi Arabia and India relation. Geostrategic ally. Saudi Arabia's strategic location in the West Asia and political and economic power that it privileges alongside the global oil reserve makes it crucial to India's foreign policy priorities in the region. Major trade and the investment partners. Saudi Arabia is India's fourth largest trading partner with the bilateral trade valuing at $42.86 billion in financial year 2022. Saudi investments for the companies like Aramco and others amounting US dollar 3.313 billion are important for India. Securing India's energy needs. Saudi Arabia is the key supplier of hydrocarbons to the India, supplying almost 18% and 30% of India's crude and LPG requirements respectively. Given India's growing energy demands and US sanctions over the India's traditional oil suppliers like Iran, having the alternative suppliers is crucial for India. Home to India's overseas community. There are over 2.8 million Indian expatriates gainfully employed in the kingdom who send valuable foreign exchange remittance. Collaboration in tough times. Throughout the COVID pandemic, both nations have been sharing the national experiences and supporting each other to ensure the continued flow of the food, medicine, and the essential items. Cultural convergence. Saudi Arabia is a home to holy cities of Mecca, Medina, and thousands of Indians visit for the annual Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage. Shared interest at multilateral cooperation, but both the countries discuss regional and international issues of the mutual interest and including their cooperation at the platforms like UN, G20 and GCC. Cooperation in dealing with terrorism. The Saudi government has regularly helped India to apprehend the key terror suspects. In 2012, Saudi Arabia helped India to arrest 2008 Mumbai attack suspects. Increasing convergence in the defense and security. Growing self sufficiency through the indigenization has prompted both the sides to have a closer security and the defense related contracts, such as sharing of information, military exercises, and military training, etc. Challenges in the relationship. First, regional instability. The complex multidimensional politics of the Middle East region involving the Saudi Arabia Iran rivalry, US Iran hostility, and the Palestine issue make it difficult for India to balance relationship with the Iran. Second, inordinate delays in Saudi investment in India. Aramco's plan to purchase 20% stakes in the Reliance Industries was called off in its involvement in the Ratnagiri Integrated Refinery and the Petrochemicals Complex project was stalled. Third, diaspora issue. Directive directive issued by the Saudi government for promoting Saudization policy to provide more jobs to its citizens likely to affect the Indian expatriates. It also the family tax has been further caused the financial burden as it requires an employed expatriate to pay a fee of rupees 100 real 100 real, that is equal to rupees 1700 approximately per dependent each month. Issues related to the crude oil. The OPEC countries where Saudi Arabia is a de facto leader charge Asia premium, that is extra charge from the Asian countries when selling oil in comparison to the Western countries. Influence of Pakistan. Pakistan maintains the close military ties with Saudi Arabia, providing extensive supports, arms, and the training for the Saudi armed forces. Way ahead for strengthening the relationships, enhancing cultural engagement. Cultural exchanges and the interaction should be continued to be focused on the area of strengthening the liberal relations, balancing trade relations. India should focus more upon promoting the exports of various sectors to maintain the trade balance with the kingdom while building healthy trade relations. Addressing diaspora disputes, Saudi Arabia may revisit the existing policies that are likely to impact the Indian diaspora. Collaboration with the climate change mitigation. Both countries can synergize their efforts by increasing cooperation in the field of renewable energy and the clean energy technologies. As India, Saudi Arabia is also willingness to play the leading role through Saudi Green Initiative and the Middle East Green Initiative. Explore other areas as a cooperation such as health, information technology, space, science, and the other frontier technologies. Enhancing maritime security. Technical cooperation on the cyberspace promotes the reformed multilateralism, global governance, etc., ensuring the regional peace and stability. The alignment of Saudi Arabia and India under the Indo-Abrahamic footwork is critical to the development of West Asian system that ensures the long-term peace and stability. Conclusion: the India Saudi Arabia strategic collaboration holds the promise of shared growth, prosperity, stability, security, and development at the time when the world is at crossroads. Emerging concept: Indo-Abrahamic Alliance. It is the growing convergence of strategic interest between India, Israel, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt. It is leading to the emergence of new geostrategic coalition between these countries. It can reshape the region's geopolitics and the geoeconomics by filling the gap left by United States in the Middle East. Significance of India and Saudi Arabia. India is a major exporter of labor to Saudi Arabia, which contributes to the development of Saudi Arabia. India is Saudi Arabia's second largest trade partner, and Indian business are vital for the joint ventures and the large scale investment. India is a viable destination for medical tourism, education, and tourism. Saudi Arabia's quest towards modernization path and the domestic policy under Vision 2030 have made India a potential partner due to its market potential, demographic structure, infrastructure, defense capabilities, soft power capabilities, etc. Also, India's development programs such as a Skill India, Digital India, Smart Cities, and infrastructure development are the potential initiatives to learn from Saudi Arabia. Recent development in relationships. Defense and security. First ever bilateral naval exercise Al Mohid Al Hindi was held in 2021. Both countries aim to establish comprehensive security dialogue at the level of national security advisors and set up a joint working group on the counter-terrorism. Culture. On the International Yoga Day 2021, Memorandum of Understanding on the Yoga Cooperation was signed for the establishment of formal yoga standards and courses, first time by any country in the Gulf region. The Hajj quota was increased by 24,975 in 2019, which enables now 2 lakh Indians to perform Hajj in 2019. Diaspora. Integration of India's migrate system with the kingdom's ethnic system to streamline the migrant process of our workers. Timeline of India-Saudi Arabia relations. 1947 Establishment of diplomatic relations. 2006 Delhi Declaration was signed imparting the fresh momentum to the relationship. 2010 Riyadh Declaration signed elevating the relationship to the strategic partnership. And 2019 the formation of Strategic Partnership Council providing an institutional mechanism to ensure the regular and continuous progress of the relationship. Thank you. In next part we will see the other article from international relations. Thank you.